Two more problems for you, and boy, is this a lot of work for a Thursday, but for the weekend, whatever. But if you can do this work over the weekend, that'd be great. These problems, and then I'm going to review right at the end about these different things. So please pause the video and write down the signs of all the 6 trig ratios once again for number 7 and for number 8. And then I will work them. Okay, here we go. Negative 110. Okay, we did 110, right? So we're going to reflect. If I go to negative, there's negative 90, 20 more degrees. So I got something like this, and this point is a minus x and a minus y. So what, I don't know the exact coordinates, but I do know it's in the 1, 2, third quadrant, and the x value is negative and the y value is negative, and the hypotenuse, of course, is always 1. We got our little unit circle. All right, let's do them. Tangent, a negative 110 is going to be the opposite. There's our angle once again. You can draw your angle here if you want to. This is angle, what is it? Angle of, be 70 degrees right there, right? 70 plus 110 is 180. So this is minus 110. Okay, the tangent of minus 110 gets us right here in this little system. It's going to be negative y over negative x. Negative divided by negative is positive. It's going to be greater than 0, right? And cotangent, same thing. Cotangent greater than 0. Okay, so anytime we're in the third quadrant or first quadrant, we have positive tangent and cotangent. Sine is, and you can see what sine is going to be. We got, once again, let's just look at it, thinking about it, instead of me going through all the steps. I got sine is, I know sine is the y value over the 1, right? The y value is negative, so sine will be less than 0. And its buddy, cosecant, will be less than 0, right? It's going to be 1 over negative y, so it's going to be negative, okay? And so, yeah, remember, anything below the x-axis is a negative y value, so sine and cosecant would be less than 0. Okay, now we got cosine. And cosine looks at the x value. So anytime our x is negative, our cosine and our secant will be less than 0. All right? So anytime we're over in these two quadrants, we're negative x value, we're going to have negative x over 1. We're going to have a cosine and secant less than 0. Okay, one more headache here. All right, and then we'll look back through them real quick. All right, 270. Boom. All right. So what is that point? That point is 0 for the x and down minus 1. Now I'm going to put a 1 right here to remember my hypotenuse, right? This is my hypotenuse. It's always positive 1, right? The hypotenuse of the triangle will always be positive. All right. So let's do them. Tangent of 270 equals y over x. Negative 1 over 0. Oh no, that is, dividing by 0 gives me undefined. Undefined. Cotangent. Flip that over. Whoops. 0 over minus 1. 0. Now sine. 270 degrees. Sine is the y over the hypotenuse. Negative 1 over 1 equals negative 1. Okay, and the cosecant, 270, it'll be the same. Okay, because it's 1 over negative 1. And cosine, 270, equals the x value divided by the hypotenuse, 0 over 1. Equals 0. And secant, 270, equals 1 over 0. Undefined. Okay, so check out the even ones. Now you can go back through your even ones, and we've done each of the values on the trig values on the axis, on each of the axes, right? We started with positive y, 0, 1. We did them all. You got your sine is 1, cosine is 0, okay, and your tangent undefined, cotangent is 0. And then we did positive x-axis, tangent 0, cotangent undefined, sine is 0, cosine 1. And now look for some patterns here, okay? Like pick one. You got tangent. You could look at all the tangent ones. So you go from tangent goes, as you go around a circle, maybe I should have started with 0 degrees, then 90, then 180. But you can go ahead and, your book has it all laid out there in order. But just look back through these even numbers. 2, 4, 6, and 8. They're all the ones where it's on the axis where it's a little tricky. And you can look for patterns on your tangent. Just look at tangent, sine, and cosine first of all. Tangent goes from 0, undefined, 0, undefined, right? 0, undefined, 0, undefined. Okay, and cotangent goes undefined, 0, undefined, 0. All right, so look at these patterns, and maybe that's a way you'll memorize it if you want to. And then you can look at sine. Sine and cosine never have a what value? Never have undefined. They're either 0 or 1 on these, okay? You can look where they are. Sine goes 0, 1, 0, 1. And of course, where it is 1, its buddy is 1, right? And where the main one, the cosine, is 0 or the sine is 0, then its buddy is undefined. So it goes, sine goes 0, 1, 0, 1, and cosine goes 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, and its buddy goes either, it goes 1, it's 1 where it's 1, and undefined where it is 0. Okay, that's too much information maybe, but check it out. Look at your even numbers. Look back at your notes that your book gives you, and then ask me any questions. Send me a little WhatsApp message if something's confusing and you want another little video on this. All right, so practice the ones that are in your book also. If you're satisfied you get them correct, great. If you're not satisfied, you can send me a question and I'll gladly send you another little video. All right, here you go. I hope you do this work. I hope you finish 1 through 8 here before and work for your best understanding before we talk on Monday. Okay, take care, Kinda. And I will work on videos for lesson 3. Have a great weekend.